Hey, Crossroads, welcome to the Wednesday edition of Hopeful Moments and the Wednesday update for all things Crossroads. I pray that you are well. These certainly are challenging times. We're spending a lot of time at home. Are there any frustrated parents or spouses out there? And we're also trying to navigate our job life. Some of us have lost our jobs. Others of us are anticipating losing our jobs. And then all of us are experiencing anxiety to one degree or another. And so today I want to share with you one of my favorite memory verses. Actually, it's two verses. Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 and 7. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and petition with thanksgiving. Present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Of interest, the Apostle Paul, when he wrote the book of Philippians, his circumstances were really bad. In fact, he was in prison, chained to a guard. But despite these circumstances, he talked about not being anxious about anything, and he talked about a peace that exceeds all understanding. And that's kind of fascinating to me as I think about that. Now, as you think about Paul's exhortation when he says, do not be anxious about anything, if he had stopped there, I'd have a lot of problems with Paul, because when I'm anxious and when I'm worrying and somebody says, stop it, stop being worrisome, it doesn't help at all. In fact, it hurts. So had he stopped there, it would have been frustrating. But he didn't stop there, did he? He says, do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and petition with thanksgiving. He gave to us the indicator as to how to live beyond anxiety controlling our lives. And the activity that we are to do is we are to pray. We are to give God our petitions. We are to give God our thanksgiving. And as we attach ourselves to God and to prayer, we automatically detach ourselves from anxiety. Now, the promise, if we do this, is a peace that exceeds anything that we can understand. It's like it's such a good peace. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, my circumstances are horrible, and yet I have a wonderful sense of peace, and that peace is acting as a guardian to my mind and to my heart, to my feelings, and to my thoughts. That's a wonderful promise God gives us. And I pray today that you would experience that peace that surpasses understanding. I pray that you would utilize the gift that God has given to you to pray. The coronavirus offers us an opportunity to dig deeper into our prayers and deeper into the promises of God. And I invite you to do that. Now, in terms of Crossroads, let me give you several updates. As you know, we're very passionate about our mission of For You, For Jesus, and For a Better Life. And despite the coronavirus challenge, we are continuing to live into that. Tomorrow night, we will be handing out to people in their cars a hot meal. We also will have our mission partner, Food for Thought, there with their mobile food pantry. And then on Saturday, we're providing over 300 meals, a ham and all the fixings for a wonderful kind of Easter dinner that we anticipate will impact about 1,200 people. Another way that we are living into For You, For Jesus, and For a Better Life is the way that we're caring for each other. I love the stories that I'm hearing about how people are reaching out to others, whether they be neighbors or Crossroads folks, just checking in on them. In fact, in my growth group this morning, somebody said that someone called him last week and another person called his wife the same week, and what a blessing it was. So I want to challenge you to live into For You by thinking about people in Crossroads, by thinking about your neighbors and reaching out to them with emails and texts and phone calls and FaceTime and anything that you can do that fits within the parameters of what our government is saying we should be doing. Thank you for doing that. Well, I'm really excited about the fact that Easter is just around the corner. We have a lot of fun things happening for Easter. We're going to be offering 3 online worship gatherings, one on Saturday afternoon at 5:30, and then 2 at our regular times on Sunday, 9:15 and 11. Our creative arts team has been planning this service for several weeks now, and we're excited. We're going to have an opening that's going to kind of blow you away. It's going to get you into the Easter spirit, and we're going to sing amazing songs. We're going to hear an inspiring message. We're going to receive my story about somebody who has placed his faith in Jesus. It's going to be a great gathering, so be sure to join us on either Saturday, 9:15, or Sunday at Saturday, at 5:30, and Sunday at 9:15 or 11. And by the way, this is a great opportunity for you to be for your neighbors. Lots of people are wondering about God and Christianity and in church and things like this during this time of crisis. Reach out to your friends. Invite them to join you online for our Easter worship gatherings. Use every form of social media. Be sure to share our posts online, and also we have a digital invite for you if you log on to our website at crossroads123.com. Hey, thank you so much for continuing to support us financially. I realize that if you've been laid off, giving is like a huge challenge right now. But if you have solid income, we just want you to know we need your help. And so thank you so much to those of you who have decided to give online. Several of you have. And if you haven't but would like, go ahead and get online to crossroads123.com and look at the giving link there for you to get set up for online giving. Again, thank you so much for your generosity and for helping us. And we want you to know also that at Crossroads, we are tightening our belts. We are putting on a freeze regarding spending, and we are only spending what is absolutely necessary during this time. So we're not asking you to give and us spend it frivolously. Thanks again for joining us for this edition of Hopeful Moments in our weekly update. And again, I just want to leave you with that verse that we talked about a few moments ago. Listen to it, would you? Just real quietly in your spirit. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and petition with thanksgiving. Present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. God bless you. Have a great day.